All right. Greetings. This is Brother P, the artist formerly known as Philip Field, and the T is for the truth. I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This next segment is called, is about marijuana and how I became drug free. Okay. How I became drug free. So, this segment starts out when I was 18. Well, let's start before I was 18. This segment starts out my marijuana usage. When I was a kid, I remember my mom let us go to the Rick James concert. I was in junior high school at the Wren Middle School in Savannah, Georgia. We went to the Rick James concert. Rick James is on stage throwing marijuana into the crowd. Do, 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 do. Mary Jane, I'm in love with Mary Ann. She is my main thing. Mary makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, it comes to no surprise. You know. So that was a situation about Mary Jane as a young man. So I never smoked it as a young man. But then at the age of, in high school, in the 10th grade, I had some 9th grade friends in my neighborhood in Fox Hill who Maurice Lewis sold marijuana at the school and in the neighborhoods. And how he did it, he had to roll them joints. He didn't sell no bags of marijuana. He rolled joints and then brung the already rolled joints to school and sold them for $1 a piece. You know, but I never smoked with him. But this is one of my best friends. This is a DJ at the little clubs we used to party at. He was a DJ. I used to MC with him at the barn. That was 10th grade, Langley Air Force Base. But that's who introduced me to marijuana, but I didn't smoke it. And then when I was 18, at 18 years of age, one of my best friends introduced me to marijuana. And a lot of us, I'll never forget, we was outside of the clinic at Hampton University, formerly known as Hampton Institute, HIU. And it was like 15 of us in the graveyard passing around a joint. But the wind was blowing so hard, so nobody really got high. So my partner was like, next week, I'm going to get y'all high. Just like the movie Fridays. So my introduction to marijuana was, they had a pipe. And they put that marijuana in that pipe. And man, oh man, we passed that pipe about 2-3 times. And me and one of my other friends, James Tanner, you know what I'm saying? Whoo. Oh boy. When we finally stopped, we got up. Everybody went outside. Everybody just started running across campus. We got to the Stone Building. This is my first experience of smoking marijuana. Got to the Stone Building. We went upstairs in the Stone Building, and we was hungry. We had the classic case of the munchies. Domino's Pizza, 30 minutes or less. We back downstairs in the Stone Building, standing on the wall, waiting for the pizza man. And we standing on that wall, and of course, I have the gift of gab. I be talking. But when I hit that marijuana, focused, not saying a word. And I can remember people just passing me. Because Stone Building was all the snack machines was at for the campus. People just passed me. Hey, Joski, what's up, Joski? And I wouldn't say nothing back. And they probably knew I was high, but it was like they just... Finally, the one I was waiting for comes up. Domino's Pizza Man. We get the money, pizzas, back upstairs. We devour pizzas, sleep. Woke up the next morning like, that was the bomb. And that's how I got hooked on marijuana. At first it started as a social smoking thing, weekends, whatever. But over the years, it became more regular to the point that in my 30s, in 32, 33, 34, when I got across the tracks, 29 through 33, those years, it almost became an everyday, because my crew, my studio ended up, I make music, and my studio was in basically the trap house. And man, everybody in my record company smoked marijuana. Everybody. So we got to the point we were smoking weed every day. So my whole thing was, I'm going to smoke, just like I said, Q-Sci-Fi to the day I die. It was smoke this weed to the day I die. That was my mantra. I'm going to smoke this till I die. I used to say that. So anyway, I'm at the club and I'm drinking. I'm drinking liquor because I'm a liquor drinker. I drink beer and I drink liquor. And I'm going to, and I get a hangover. I go home and I go in that house and I don't feel good. So I go to my God. No, not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not the most merciful Allah. Not the God of Kabbalah, the Sephiroth tree. Not astrology's gods, the stars. My God was the porcelain God. And the porcelain God, to those who don't know about it, is the toilet. I was on my knees praying to the porcelain God. That means throwing up. And I was throwing up till I dry heaved. And out of that throwing up, I made a prayer, which I didn't even know was really a prayer. I'm like, man, God, take this away from me. And I was talking about the hangover. So I got up and I received a communication from God. And I was like, what's that? Don't eat meat for 30 days. And I'm like, don't eat meat. I'm like talking like, who is talking to me? Who is it? So I was like, what I got to lose? So I stopped eating meat. This is like 99, the year 2000. So I stopped eating meat 2000. But I'm still smoking. I'm still hitting that easy for sheezy. You feel me? Like the boys do. You heard me? I'm still smoking. So, getting some of that best weed out of Newport News and Phoebus, you know, and they got partners at work who smoke weed, so you know how I go. I got a quarter bag, and it's a girl, she's a senior. She comes over and gets high with me. High off the sticky green. So this day, she can't come over. She a senior. She got to study. Her name was Kim. And, you know, we was cool. We were just smoking buddies. You know what I'm saying? I won't mess with her nothing. I just didn't like smoking by myself. My other smoke partner was my frat brother, Anthony Jones. You know, so this was my other smoke partner. And so I'm by myself. I got a Philly, I got an Optimo. I bust both of them open, you know, one at a time, and dump that weed. I dumped like the whole half a bag in these joints, in these blunts. And I learned how to smoke back in the days. The zigzags won't come around to you maybe a lot of times. So when you hit it, you hold it, and you try not to cough, but you try to hold it down as long as possible. And then I got to the point where not only was I trying to hold all that smoke in my body, I was washing it down with beer. I'm going to get high down to my toes. So I wasn't with a zigzag now, a little joint. I got a blunt. 2 of them, but I don't smoke 2. I smoke 1, just like that, the whole blunt. Not like these young boys smoking blunts like they're smoking them like Newports, like man, yo, I'm about to go to the studio. After I finish this blunt, they just blowing it in and out their head. No, I'm going in, down, around. After I got to the end of that blunt, all I remember is going to sleep, passing out. It was the most beautiful rest ever. Oh, it was like just soft, beautiful, black, no dream, no nothing. Pure rest. When I woke up that next morning, it was as though the sun itself had came and stood in front of me I was in Cordoba Apartments, stood in front of me, and I covered up as though I was a vampire. And the thing was standing in front of me, and then I realized it won't go hurt me or nothing, it just went away. When that light went out of my house, I was like, I don't smoke weed no more. I got a young lady on the phone. I don't smoke marijuana no more. She was like, huh? Can I smoke the rest of that over there? I said, yeah, after that, you got to get all this weed out my house. I used to keep it in my refrigerator. She came over, she smoked that, she took the rest of that, and that was it. That was 2000. That morning, I went to Hampton University, and I saw a poster on the board, auditions for Mama D. This is the very morning I woke up, auditions for Mama D's Girls. I go and try out for this play, and I get cast in a play, Mama D's Girls. I get the script, I read the script. The script is about a young lady who was in the church, just like me, when she's young, who leaves and goes into secular music, just like me, gets corrupted, and then comes back. And I didn't know if that was me at that time, but I knew something was happening. And I'm reading this script with the rest of the cast, and I'm like, this script about me. So that was my very first Jesus experience, was going on the road to Detroit, Chicago, Jacksonville with these Christian actors. Philip Michael Thomas. Who else was in that play? Ollie Woodson from The Temptations. Philip Michael Thomas was from the movie Sparkle and Miami Vice. And Jennifer Holliday, who sang, and I am telling you, I'm not going. Yeah, her. And Sherelle, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These were the stars in the play. And I got to meet all of them. Like, we was fellow cast members. Of course, they had their own little sections to do. They had managers and everything. But it was like one big family for a minute until my part ended. But that was how I became drug-free. And it was like a week after I was drug-free. Let me tell you something. My eyes popped open and I realized all I had in the world at 34 years old was my music. I done married music. But guess what? It was time for a divorce. And after the divorce with music, guess what? We're still friends. But it was time for me to marry something else. Because I didn't have no wife and no kids. So I was like, I'm not going to die like this. Shalom.